essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going out.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Let's see what you got. Six guys. Check 6 guys.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to work. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 40's Mike.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
6-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Jackson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
1-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's caught by Hollister. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
It's a gain.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Throwing is Jackson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down.
here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's got Evans. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ronald Jones.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And 2 at the Ravens' 43-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
27-yard line.
Second and 11 now. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 20-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
13 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Deion Kane, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught.
And he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
On the deep ball. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half.
That's the end.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
It's a gain of
a really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On first down, Dobbins about 3 yards there to the 27.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Looking for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown.
Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
That ties the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are even at 10 apiece.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's the option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down by Malik Harrison. A gain of
2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back to throw now on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Check my 40. Check my 40.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
That's the way. 40's mine. 40's mine. Record. Hey, man. 40's mine. Here we go. Let's bring it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Out of the gun now on third down. The left side completion to Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A gain of 8 and a first down. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
The 49-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. 48, 48 mark, 48 mark. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Let's go, D. Hey, Blue. It's going to be a long day.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to his running back, Evans. The pass. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Madubuike coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. 20. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for the Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but when the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. A good pick up there, 26 yards. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. To try again after the sack, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And the Raven first down.
Throwing now is Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Flush to his right, toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jacob Hollister, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch out, watch out. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike forward.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
45-yard line.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. You got the slim lead late in the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
After the interception, here's Jackson going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. To throw is Jackson. Steps away. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He's back to throw, rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for J.K. Dobbins.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay.
Bradley Kenyon to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Ravens.
Jackson now. That's caught by Hollister. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Bucs' 24-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. That's going to set him back 5 yards. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Again, Jackson. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Jackson will throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now can they reverse reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
A 23-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Making it happen.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bucs, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens,